Welcome back to the Sound for More channel, and welcome back to another tutorial on Grooverider 2. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe, as it helps with growing the channel, and additionally, if you like what I do, please do consider to support the channel following the instruction contained in the video description. Thank you again. So, today we are going to discuss support for audio unit AUv3. So first of all, Grooverider 2 cannot run as an AUv3, but you can, for example, inside a host like AUM, but it can run, of course, as an interrupt audio app, for example, from AUM. But it supports the hosting of AUv3 MIDI effects and also audio units, of course, normal audio units like synth, etc., etc. So let's see how that works. So first of all, we just launched a Grooverider 2. So we click here where it says default pattern and we select new. So we are going to create a new pattern, and it's asking if we are sure, and we click yes. Next, as I showed you in a previous tutorial, click and hold on layer 2 here and delete that layer. So we don't have any layers defined. It goes back to part 1, as you can see. Now click and hold on the plus sign and then go and select Add MIDI Effect Layer. Now it presents to you with a list of MIDI effects, right, AUv3, and we're going to go and select Chord Jump from Audio Modern. So click the select and click again to load it. So as you can see now, we have under layer 1, we have Chord Jump as a MIDI effect. Now if you click where in the icon which says Chord Jump, and you go inside Chord Jump itself, and let's click on the arrow here to select a default preset. Now, if I click play up here, you will see that it's starting to play. You see there is movement, but you don't hear any sound. That's because we don't have anything else in terms of producing audio. So let's click on the X here, and let's click and hold on the plus here to add another layer, and we're going to choose add an AUv3 layer. Okay, and here let's choose something like, why not, BA1 from Baby Audio. Select and then select again, click again to load it. Now you will see after it has loaded, it moved to layer number 2 where it has loaded BA1. You can see there are AU parameters which are exposed in both cases. Now if I press here key and then again keys to get to the keyboard, if I press some of the keys, you will hear now sounds coming from BA1, but also if you go inside Chord Jump, you see it operating. And therefore, as you press different notes, it will produce a chord which will send that MIDI effects or those MIDI events to the second layer where we have a Baby Audio 2. You notice also that if I have open a Chord Jump here as a MIDI effect and I go to layer 2, you also have automatically BA1 as an AUv3 open, and right, which is nice. Click on the X, of course, to exit there. Now, if I go back to Chord Jump, open again and press play, it will play the chord progression that you have inside Chord Jump using BA1. Which is what you would expect, right? And let's ensure as well that we lower a little bit the volume there. We don't want it at max. Okay, let's go back to the sound view here. Now that is all very well and good. So what we have now is a MIDI effects, audio unit MIDI effects, which is actually communicating with an AUv3. And that answers some of the questions from the viewers and subscribers of the channel in terms, can you have a MIDI effect that is driving an AUv3, like a sequencer driving, for example, in this case, BA1? Yes, you can. And Chord Jump here is acting as a sequencer inside. Now, there are a lot of questions which, of course, have been asked on Groove Rider 2 as it is so new. Now, let me show you something else as well. Let's go into clips, and I know I haven't covered the clips yet in depth, but they are coming in terms of new tutorials arriving on the channel. So double click here, which correspond here to the first, if you like, lane or scene for the first part, and it creates a clip, right? Double click on it again, and you will see you are inside the editing of that clip. It says part 1, clip number 1. Click and hold here, and so that you extend the length of that clip to 2 bars. Okay, so go back to clip now, click and hold here, and you will have an option not only to edit and copy the clip or to delete it, but also to print MIDI. Yeah, let me click on it. So what happened now is that Chord Jam played a sequence for the length that is defined on the clip. That is why a moment ago I went into editing that clip and changed that length. And at the end of that length, or at the end of the length of the clip, it stopped. And then now it said switch to printed clip, yes or no, press yes. And what happens, it moves you into the edit mode of that clip. And what the MIDI effect played has been recorded as well inside that clip, which is really, really good. Now, if I click here on the menu and I select everything, and then I click again, and then I delete, obviously I've deleted all the notes. You note that there are some of the controls still here. In my view, that is something that needs to be addressed. But nevertheless, it's not a big deal. Coming back to the clips now, you can see we still have that clip, but it's empty. If I double click again, I go inside it and it is empty. Now, if I click on it, I can stop it. If I click on hold, I don't have print MIDI clip as an option. I can edit it, I can copy it, I can delete it, but I cannot do the print of MIDI directly into the clip. Even if I delete it now and double click to create it and click and hold, that option is not there. The reason is that after you printed MIDI inside your clip, what it does, if you go back to sound and you select layer 1, it disables that MIDI effect. You can see it is off. Indeed, if you press play, you don't hear anything. Okay? If you go to layer 2, you hear that synth that is playing. It's just layer 1 in terms of MIDI effect, which is off. Turn it back on. Now, if you press play, it will play. Now, let's go back to clips, click and hold, and magically you have print MIDI here. Now, again, you have to follow the same process if you want to capture the entire length that is coming from Chord Jam. Increase the length, click and hold back here on the clips, click print MIDI here. Bingo, there you are. So MIDI events have been printed inside that clip, and there you are, you have the clip there. Now, to prove also that everything works fine, we're going to go to sound here, going to click and hold on layer 1 where we have Chord Jam, and we are going to delete that layer, so we have left with BA1. If I press play, so you can see that it works perfectly. If I go back inside the edit, it's playing the chords which it recorded from Chord Jam inside that clip, which in this case is clip number 1. Okay, I hope this tutorial was useful, and as always, see you next time. Bye.